We are back. Sorry to miss last week. I actually went to the Sixers game, week 6, when we were going to stream during the schedule release. And did I say week 6? I'm in
Game 6.
last week, I think. Steve, I think you were first.
It dropped froze for a second.
Is it your internet or is it mine?
No, that was mine.
All right, this man's internet's tweaking.
It'll be good. It's
Like I said, I was at the Sixers game 6 of the playoffs, and we missed last week. We missed the stream last week, so happy to be back and break down the schedule this week. First of all, I'm going to say I don't like the fact that the whole thing leaked before. Like last year, there were games, and in years past, there were games here and there that got leaked, but the entire schedule leaked. And tell you what, I'm not too happy about a few of the games, so we'll get into that. But yeah, I mean, how's Doc Rivers fired? I know you've been keeping up with the series. Say a little something about the Sixers for me here.
Well, I think you going to the game probably jinxed them. No, everyone's really upset, rightfully so. The big players didn't show up when they needed to, but I don't know. What are you gonna trade Embiid and offload him for nothing? I think you just kind of run it back and do the same. I mean, we can be real. The Sixers are like the Cowboys of the NBA, and it's unfortunate. But it is what it is. I'm not. I love the Sixers, but they're a distant third to the Eagles and the Phillies for me. So I kind of got over it pretty quick, and it's been the same old song and dance.
Are the Phillies doing anything really right now?
No, they're just putzing around at 500. They can't. Just really bad with runners in scoring position. Starting pitching's been atrocious. So if any encouraging signs, I know everyone's upset, but they're playing really bad baseball and they're still at 500. So I'm encouraged it's going to come around, get together. And they're like right there for the wild card. They're not going to win the division. I said that already. Braves are going to win the division. So just make the playoffs. They'll be good. So it's a tough time right now. We peaked on draft night and now we've been in like a steady.
Yeah.
Says draft night, Sixers first round of the playoffs, unstable.
Yeah.
But then Sixers second round happened and all hell broke loose.
Went downhill. And, I hate to say it. I think at being a team that, plays poorly, stays around 500 and then kind of crawls into the playoffs, they usually don't go on those crazy runs to the World Series.
Yeah.
So I hope they do it again, but, not good that they have such a seemingly talented roster and can't really put it all together, it seems, in the regular season.
But they are going to be – their bullpen last year was so good in the playoffs. It's even better this year. So, like, if they get in, they're going to be a nuisance for teams, much like they were last year. So, I'm feeling good about it. I've been watching them since they've been garbage, like, for the last 10 years. So, to me, it's just like another summer.
This is better than that, They at least have some talent, and they do. I mean, getting into the playoffs, you always have a chance, especially in the less predictable sports. The 2 1 seeds were in the NFL last year
that was crazy. Rare.
Yeah. Sometimes it doesn't go that way. So let's get into this schedule. Speaking of the NFL, the 1 seed, the Eagles road back to the 1 seed.
Yeah.
Goes through this football schedule right here. These guys taking on these teams.
What do you think about it?
I messed up our frame there. Let's talk just week 1 right off the bat. New England Patriots right off the bat. Overall, I could give you an overall prediction of what I think about it, but I'm just going to go right into it. New England Patriots. It's not about the games as much to me as it is my gripes with the scheduling.
The timing of the games.
Yes. Week 1 against New England annoys us because we wanted to go to that game. And unfortunately, the tickets are the highest priced in the league right now at an average of $806 per seat. I was like, that can't be. I was like, that has to be skewed by like a couple really expensive pairs. Nope. They're like starting at $575 a seat with free fees on StubHub and Vivid Seats. So I stalk ticket prices a lot, and it's just not doable. Not for an away football game. Not for really any football. I mean, I paid a little more to go to the NFC Championship.
Yeah, but that's different.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's ridiculous. And it
Mhm.
is because of Tom Brady. They're honoring Tom Brady. Now, we could break down every game, talent to talent, and this and who they have and all that. But who wants to do that?
No.
Who wants to do that? Let's talk why this football game, anybody, because everybody knows the Eagles, when you break it down position by position, they're better than 90% of the teams in the league. I
Yeah.
mean, I just pulled that number out of nowhere, but you know what I mean.
You,
I want to talk about other things in these games.
yeah.
They're honoring Tom Brady. Do you think that actually has an effect on the team's motivational? Because I don't. I have a theory that
No.
I don't think anybody on the current Patriots really cares about Tom Brady that much. It's more for the fans. So
Yeah.
everybody's like they're going to come out and play inspired. No, they're not. Why? It's they're the fans are going to be inspired, but the team itself, the players, a lot of those guys didn't play with Tom Brady. It's not like he just left and retired and they're still this elite team. That's a team that's kind of shaky a little bit. So I don't
Yeah.
think that that's going to matter too much. The fans might be all fired up. What do you think of it? You think the
No,
opposite?
it's definitely the fans are going to be fired up for the environment, but at the same time, after that ceremony, what do the fans of the New England Patriots really have to look forward to this year? They're kind of stuck in the mud with Mac
Yeah.
Jones. They
Yep.
have no weapons on offense, and they drafted Christian Gonzalez, I believe, which was a good pick for them.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they just need so much stuff. So it's like their peak is that ceremony. And again, I agree with you. No one actually cares on the current regime. If anything, they're trying to because it ended so poorly with
Yeah.
him and Brady. It was so
Exactly.
weird.
Not even Belichick is like,
Yeah.
yeah, let's win it for Brady. He's just like, yeah, it's another game. He doesn't
He's
care.
probably the most annoyed by
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's almost annoying, and he's probably more annoyed than anyone. So I don't think it's going to give them any sort of extra juice. A lot of
Yeah.
people think that that they're gonna oh, why would we get them on this day? They're not going to lose when Tom Brady's ceremony. Yes, they are.
Yeah, they're gonna lose.
They're gonna tank the game. They lost. They had a receiving core that had Nelson Aguilar. They lost him, and that was like a bad loss for them. Imagine that. That's
I mean, I think didn't that happen to us in 2019 to 2020? Unfortunately,
yeah, we lost Nelson Aguilar, and we got worse, and that's so bad. That's really bad. So
the 2019 offseason, I said, go to 2020. I said, well, there's no way our receivers could be worse than they were last year. Oh, and I was mistaken.
Oh, they certainly were, and the Patriots are gunning for that. They're built like they think it's still 2001, and they have Tom Brady. They have no talent. They have a couple guys that are I mean, look, every NFL team's talented.
Yeah.
You can lose at any game, and that's really the only shot I'm giving them. It's week one. It's weird, but you know what? I'm also interested to see Jalen Hurts against Bill Belichick. You know what I mean? That's that. That to me is pretty cool because Bill Belichick still is a smart guy and he's a defensive minded guy. And I do want to see Jalen Hurts mind against Bill Belichick. It's a cool thing to me. But other than that, I don't think it's going to be any sort of special thing. Next
game, it ruined our trip though, which is annoying because that would have been fun to go to.
Yeah. Next thing I'm pretty pissed off about is this monstrosity of a football game. Week 2 against Minnesota on Thursday night. All right, you're telling me the NFC Champions home opener is against the same team they played last year on Thursday night football? That is the worst home opener of all time.
It's pretty bad.
Circumstance.
How much did Jeff Bezos and Amazon bid to get that thing going? That sucks for us.
Yeah, they were like, look, we need the Eagles on Prime the second week of the season. We need to have our thing going. What can you do for us? Oh, we can give them the Vikings. God, I hate this. Yeah. God, this is the least I've been excited for. The only reason I'm going to go to this game is because I don't want my streak to end. Like I haven't missed a home opener in years, so I just have to go to the game. It's couldn't be worse, but I'll be
You know
there.
what? Hope. I think I'm gonna try and get up to Philly for that one, so we could go to that. But I mean, you'll be there, but we just got to do the half. We got to do like the half day of work.
Yeah,
Friday
I'll
off.
take the whole. I'll take the whole day. I work remote. It's a little different nowadays.
Yeah, true.
Could
Same.
take half day and still get away with it probably, but nonetheless.
Yeah.
But no, look. Bottom line is, every year around the Eagles home opener, it's like my birthday, so I take time off work to go to a game. So it's kind of like my birthday. So my birthday gift, and it's going to be a fun time. It's going to be a good time. Just can't wait to to celebrate an Eagles W. But
yeah, so
I'm a little
2
mad.
games, 2-0.
Yeah,
right. We're 2-0.
yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
Next up, Tampa Bay.
Ooh.
And we might have a little something for that one too. We are going to be in Tampa Bay because our parents live in Florida.
Yep.
Both of our parents have resided to two different parts of Florida. My dad's in South Florida, and Steve's mom is in
Tampa, like an hour south of Tampa. Yeah.
Okay, so I don't really know that much of Florida's geography, or any state for that matter.
Tampa's on the left. It's on the west side.
So you're West Coast Florida, and my dad's in South Florida. So there you have it. Bottom line is we're going to make the trip up to Tampa, and we're going to go to that football game. So, I'm excited for that. I can't wait. I'm going to bring the old GoPro and shoot a little content, and I've been dropping little tailgate videos from the Phillies so far, getting warmed up. But an Eagles tailgate, especially on the road, is going to be pretty crazy. But home games are going to be nuts too. And I mean, I see us winning that game as well, obviously.
Yeah.
It's Baker Mayfield. It's, if he's even in there at that point. And, it's a tough game on the road, but we'll get it done.
Yeah. And Tampa, really nice. I'm not a big fan of Florida. Tampa's awesome. Your Clearwater, really great for spring training. People ever want to do that, I would definitely recommend. But they have a really big area around the stadium for tailgating, like huge field. I went to a Yankees-Phillies spring training game at Yankee Stadium, right next to the Bucs Stadium. I'm telling you, they have a huge lot. Tailgate's going to be top tier.
Top tier?
They got a lot of space for that. I was kind of like, would they? But I saw it myself.
Saw it with his own eyes. You hear it. You hear it here. You hear it anywhere. Let's go. I can't wait. I'm excited for that. And it's gonna be a trip. It's gonna be a heck of a trip. So that's one road game down.
So we're 3-0.
We're 3-0, and now we go home to Washington. I'd say we don't. That's a game I'm probably not going to go to. The tickets are a little overpriced to see Washington on 1 p.m. But it's the first of only 3 1 p.m. games this season, and both of them are against 2 of the 3 are against Washington. So they were like, we're not. Okay, Nina said she lives in the tailgate area. I love that. Tailgate is going to be, let's go.
Yeah, let's go, Nina.
We got eyes on Tampa. We love that. We absolutely love that. And hopefully we're all there at the game, and she's one of our loyal listeners. So we got to, link up and get a picture for sure. Washington probably winning that game, but you never know. We lost to them last year. 1 p.m. The league doesn't respect us versus Washington, but we're gonna take it to them. The Rams in LA. Now, is there potential that we're in Los Angeles October 8th to see the Eagles and Rams? I don't think so, right? I don't.
I should be.
Right? It's something you want to do because we've been in LA, we've lived in LA, obviously.
Yeah. I live in like a million places now, but I want to, I do kind of want to go to that game if it works, just to see a stadium. I'll
tell you what, the tickets are super cheap because they have like you can basically sit in the clouds up there.
Yeah.
Super cheap. So we could just say, hey, we're here. We're going to be in the very, very back of the stadium, but super cheap. But I don't know. We'll see if
that's probably the way I would do it if I went, just because it's like we've also been to a billion Eagles games, so it's like I can sit in nosebleeds for one.
Yeah, whatever. It
turned into an LA trip too. So
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see
LA
here.
trip's more important than the actual. Well, no, it's not, but you know what I mean. It's the
Yeah, yeah.
we
Well, they're getting that W anyway, so
yeah,
it's
we're
just
getting the
more of like a
So,
yeah.
so right now, if we're talking W's, I'm talking every single week. I'm
We're
talking
5-0.
five
See,
W's.
the schedule doesn't favor our traveling, but it does favor the Philadelphia Eagles, the football team, because it's an easy start to this
Yeah,
schedule.
yeah, it is a pretty like you couldn't ask for a better start, honestly.
Yeah.
Compare with the teams you have in the beginning of the schedule. Your first probably toughest game is on the road against the Jets.
The Devil Man.
Yeah, the absolute. Ooh, I want to squeeze Aaron Rodgers till his head pops off. I don't like playing against him. He's tortured us, but we did conquer that last year.
Yeah.
We faced them, and fortunately for us, we slayed the dragon that was Aaron Rodgers. So good news about this game, and probably why I won't do the LA game is because me and the boys are going to this game. And
Yeah.
and you remember you did mention that you could possibly call us on that
Yeah.
and come out and do a trip with the boys out in New York. And so hopefully we could do that instead because the tickets have been purchased. I will be courtside, as I like to call it again.
Yeah.
Row 2, section 149. And I'll tell you what, feeling pretty good about those seats at
Yeah.
$350 a pop. No chance
That's
they're
not
gonna go-
bad.
yeah,
Yeah.
no chance they're going to go down. I can tell you that much. So
Yeah.
350 a pop with the boys. If you can get there, you can get there. I'd love every second of it, but I also really like the Eagles in a big road win in this game. I do.
Yeah, I think I like the Eagles in this one, and I think my thing is if I'm doing the LA one, am I doing I guess if I'm in LA, then I'm doing it, but I might come back to October. I kind of want to time my trip for the Eagles games, but I also got to think about Philly's playoff run too, because I got to kind of want to double dip in both. So we'll see.
October could be a good time to be in Philadelphia, ladies and gentlemen. It was last October, and I'll tell you what, I had one heck of a time, and I'm hoping to have the same heck of a time this off season or this season. So, yeah.
But a 4:00 game though at MetLife in like mid-October sounds great.
Oh, yeah. Not even mid-October. It's early October. October 8th, or is it 15th?
15th.
15th. Okay, it is literally mid-October. Couldn't be better. A little New York trip too. Like, come on.
I know.
Saturday night in NY. Things get a little dicey when the boys get together, and everything that happens out, stays out. So we do our thing, making it sound like we're super like bad guys. No, we just have a good time, and we always turn up every city we go to, baby. Come on.
That's what we do.
We turned up El Dorado, Arkansas.
Yeah, we did.
So,
we can cut a rug anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. So then the next game, again, I'm going to be there. It's going to be the Miami Dolphins game, Sunday Night Football. Thought it was the best value ticket that I've gotten in a while. I got pretty much second level, 40-ish yard line.
Yeah.
Row 12 of the section out of 28 or 30 rows. So it's a solid like middle. And I got them for $247 a pop, going with my cousin. He already paid me. And I'll tell you what, the tickets in row 13 of that section are $120 more expensive than I got those for $247. I don't know.
That's good value.
With that deal. It's insane value. I just called it at the right time. I check tickets every day. I actually have to do that pretty soon. Check them a couple times every couple hours. So, I'm on top of it, and I landed a good deal. But I'm sorry,
Howie Roseman value.
We're ramming to it, Tagovailoa down to the ground, and I don't mean that in a way of injury because I know he had the concussion issues, but they have good players, they have good talent. But I think if we can get after two with Tagovailoa, it's a wrap for the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah. If they still got to. I know that they want him to play, but I don't know if that's the best idea. And I can't go to the Miami Dolphins game because I have PTSD from the 2015 Chip Kelly game. So we went in 2015. The Eagles were 4-4, coming off a big bye week. But they won in Dallas, overtime thriller with Sammy B to Jordan Matthews, and Felt so good about that Dolphins game. They're up 16-3. Caleb Sturgis misses a field goal. I looked at my mom. I said, it'll be fine. Wasn't fine. They end up losing the game. We go home.
Sam
And
Bradford got knocked out of that game.
yeah,
by
he
the way.
did. Yeah,
And
he was playing well.
Yep, he was playing very well. And Sanchez came in and just stunk up the joint.
Yeah.
And yep.
And then they wanted to go out to dinner with me after the game, and I said, no, I'm going to bed at 4:30 in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
And I slept for 16 hours. And then the next week they play Tampa. They lose 55-7.
Yeah.
Then the Thanksgiving game, they lost like pretty much same score. And that was the end of Charles Kelly.
But then the next week, do you remember what happened?
Yeah, the Tampa Bay Bucks.
No. I'm talking.
The Patriots, right?
Nope, the big win over the Patriots.
Sammy B fist pump.
Yep, Sammy B fist pump. That third down conversion, but we were really not feeling like we were going to win that game, and we were out somewhere really random because we had a flag football game.
Yeah,
we
were at some like dive bar.
That was like one of the only times where I was like, I can miss half of an Eagles game. Like there's in the last 20 years, there's very little times that I've like missed an Eagles game. And I was so like disinterested in that team that I was like, yeah, we can like, I remember I was watching it when everyone was in the game. I was on the side watching it on a TV in the sports complex that we were playing it. And I was like, oh my gosh, we're like winning this game. And then we went to that bar after and watched them beat them there. And it was probably the best night of my life, honestly.
I mean, I love Sammy B, but
there's no way I should have missed. There's no way I should have missed an Eagles game, by the way. I'm like actually ashamed to play flag football with that crew of guys. Like we just stunk. Next up, Washington, we already kind of touched on the fact that they are so disrespected by the league that they gave us 3 1 p.m. games, and we played 2 of them against Washington. So 1 p.m. against Washington should be a sweep. And like, come on, like, what are they going to do? Well, we have everything like better than them. Just they'd have to get lucky like they did last year.
Yeah. If we could pull together the last minute trip for that one, we're around. I know you went last year and the stadium sucks, but tickets are going to be like $60 when they start like 2 and 5.
If you're around and want to do that, dude, I'm totally down. I've done the trip 2 years in a row. Why not make it 3? It's actually depressing. We won the game last year, and I felt like we lost because of how like depressing it is in that stadium. Like I was like, wait, did we won? And I'm like walking out of here, and I like feel like we lost because the fan energy rubs off on you. It's really disgusting. But yeah, by that time, I feel like that's that. I mean, if you'd want to go, dude, we can get a place like the night before and just, do it up. It's fun. It's fun city, but terrible football team. So hopefully we can get the W there. But either way, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Next up, the Dallas Football Cowboys, and we're at home for the first game of the little dual action series here. We really play bad against Dallas in Dallas. But at home, we play well against Dallas. And I think even if Dak Prescott plays in this game, he should be healthy. It's going to be a really highly anticipated game. But I think we have the advantage because we have the home game. And I think we win this game.
Yeah, I agree. I mean,
slip up one of these 9 first weeks of the season and we're 8-1, then that's totally like understandable. But I don't think we lose to the Dallas Cowboys. That's not the one I think we lose.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be pretty. Yeah, Eagles should be 8-1, at least. Factor in that you might have a dud in there, but
we didn't really pick a loss, but maybe they dudded up. Who knows? Maybe they're 9-0. Maybe they're maybe they're a 9-0 football team for the second year in a row or whatever. I mean, I think it was 9-0 last year, 8-0.
Yeah.
Either way, we go on a bye week and then we come back against the big Walrus man, the game everyone's waiting for, the Kansas City Chiefs on the road. Do we conquer the Demons? I mean, if we're 9-0 and we lose to the Chiefs off the bye week, I guess so be it. But if we do drop a few games that we should win early in the season, it's going to get tough because we got the Chiefs.
Yeah.
We got the Bills. We got the 49ers.
Yeah.
That's a brutal 3-game stretch. I mean, as that's got to be as tough as it gets around the league. Like,
Yeah.
who else has a 3 games in a row where they play the Super Bowl champs, followed by a team that the last 2 seasons has 3 seasons really has been a dominant AFC team and in the playoffs and winning and only loses really to the Chiefs or the Bengals.
Yeah.
And then you got the 49ers, who are arguably the competition to you. You got them in Dallas. And then after that, you got at the Cowboys, who are your other competition. So it's like 2 of the best 3 teams in the AFC, 2 of the best 3 teams in the NFC, if you're including the Eagles. And then after that, you got the Seahawks and the Giants. So that's another good team on the road in the NFC. And then another team that made the playoffs last year that's in your division. That stretch is a gauntlet, and KC, Buffalo, San Fran makes Dallas, Seattle, New York look easy when it's not.
Yeah. No, it is. Yeah, it's quite the stretch. But I mean, what I think is really good about this schedule is that the Eagles have a really good opportunity to get off to a really hot start, and people are like Super Bowl hangover. But this team has so much continuity, especially on offense. You know, it's the same kind of guys running it back on offense. We have some different tools on. There's some different guys that we brought in on defense. So, you know, I think it's a really good chance for them to really get in the rhythm with each other again over these first 9 games. And you get to the stretch where you're going to play some really hard competitive football games. And, you know, 49ers, Cowboys, Seattle, you might see them and run into them again in the playoffs. So I'm really excited for that stretch. You know, hopefully if we're 8-1, if we're 4-5 going into it, I'm going to be dreading it. But I mean, I think they're going to be in a really good place at that time. And the Chiefs game, it is kind of like I'm surprised it's not earlier in the season. I get the Monday Night Football element of it, but it's just like it kind of takes the air out of it a little bit.
Yeah.
Week 11.
Yeah. It's going to be tough. We all know, we see it every year. We see, there's games on your schedule you feel like you should lose and you win, and then opposite, you feel like you should win and you lose. So I think that as long as they just, like you said, there's continuity, they stay the course, injuries don't happen. It's going to go a long way, that continuity and getting better year over year. I know a lot of people love the off season because big names are moved and talent is added to teams, and no matter how good your team was the year before, you always feel like, oh, let's add more talent. And I want new players. I want new names. And really the best thing is not having a bunch of new players. Like, you want guys to come back, because if you're constantly getting new players, that means you're constantly not really that good and you need to fill in spots. Now, we got some good players. Every team adds players, but splash move wise, like we've talked about this on this show. We've talked about it in just like on texting and stuff. We don't need anybody really that we added this offseason to come in and like our whole season relies on like them being a good piece. You know what I mean? Like Jalen Carter, if he could come out and not be that good, which I don't think he's going to not be good. I think he's going to be good. But he could come out, say he came out and he just wasn't really good. Like, oh man, then that sucks. We missed that pick. But I guarantee the Eagles are still a playoff team. Whereas in years past, we're adding players to the team and we're like, man, we really need a big year out of that guy. Like, we really got to hold our breath and hope we get that guy, or we're not going to be able to go anywhere. And this offseason was finally the first one where I'm like, I didn't really care about any of that. Like, I was like, they could go get Bijan in the first round, and I'm happy with that at 8th overall, 10th overall, wherever. A running back. And usually you're like, no, you need offensive line. You need this. You need, we got to hold our breath to hope they go trade for a wide receiver. Finally, for the first time, we were like, let's just add a really good football player to our team and add a couple of them. And that's really what I think this whole season comes down to, is that continuity and getting better year over year. And really, like, it comes down to rushing the passer. Because Jalen Hurts, like you said, in the offense, they have the continuity. They're going to put up points. They're going to do fine. It's really rushing the passer. If you can rush the passer and confuse the quarterback on and hit the quarterback on the other side of the ball, you win a lot of football games, because the Eagles have the O-line to protect. They have all that. That offense makes me just at ease. It's the defense that everyone's got their eyes on, especially after the Super Bowl. So we could do a real quick win-loss run through so everyone can get the full picture. We did this before on our show, and it went really miserably. We both predicted them to win like 13, 14 games in 2015. They went 7-9 with Sam Bradford. We were really high on that team. So let's try to see what we come up with this time and see if we can make up for that.
Well, I'm pretty high on this team, so
we're due for one of these accurate assessments. Yeah. At New England,
dub,
win 1-0. Versus Minnesota,
win.
Gotta say a win. It's got to be a win. Big Eagles win, home opener. Can't wait.
Yeah.
At Tampa Bay, we're going to be there on Monday night. I'm saying we get the W there.
I don't know how Baker Mayfield's going to fare against this pass rush.
This pass rush is going to be insane, and that's what I was talking about. We're going to get pressure on quarterbacks, and we're going to destroy a lot of offenses. 3-0 versus Washington at home. I think that's a 4-0 football start for the Philadelphia football.
Yeah, they're bad.
They are. They are a bad football team, and we are going to show that. Week 4. Week 5 is the Los Angeles Rams on the road against a team that really just fell off a cliff, but I don't know if they're as bad as, everybody will make them out to be. However, I don't think they're trending in the right direction. And I'm going to say the Eagles win a tough road football game in that at Los Angeles.
They got some good players. Yeah, it's just not really quarterback guy right now.
Yeah, I mean Stafford, whenever he gets healthy, he'll come back and be the guy, but he's not that mobile or anything. So I think again, if you get pressure, you probably beat that team. I think they got some, it'll be a tough place to play going west. It's a big stadium. It's nice. It's new. People come out. They want to see the spectacle, but we're built for it. I think it's 5-0. The New York Jets, God, I want to say we win because I'm going to be there, but if there's a loss in this first 9 games, to me, that's the one. That could be the one. You go tough game, tough defense, so I'll flex that as a loss right now. I'll keep it as a I'll keep it as a potential loss because I think they lose one of these first 9 games. I just don't want to believe it's going to be Dallas. And I don't want to believe it's going to be Miami because I'll also be there, and I think we bury them on Sunday Night Football. That's a W.
Yeah, that feels like a W. I think I'll go 6-1. Maybe lost to the Jets. Yeah.
Maybe even they slip up against like the Rams or something. Like, and we're all mad, and then they come out and they beat the Jets. It's always random, but I don't know. Maybe they just beat them all. Who knows? I kept saying that last year. We're gonna lose, and nope, never did. Just kept winning, and then we did eventually lose to Washington. But it was so weird and goofy. I kind of was like, yeah, that's the year it's gonna be, huh? You gotta have some weird stuff happen to beat us if you're a bad team. Yeah. And that's what happened. So again, here we go at Washington, 1 p.m. I think that's a win. I think we sweep them this year. We play them early in the season. We're going to be fresh. We're going to be focused. Especially if we lose one of these games in between, I think you got to handle business against Washington. Get those 2 wins. You're better. Focus in. Get them done.
Yeah.
Cool. Dallas, week 9. I got to say win. I always predict Dallas and the Eagles to split. So I'm probably going to – and I always predict the Eagles to win at home and Dallas to win at home. So I'm probably going to stick with that format. Yeah. I say we beat Dallas. So we are – to me, we're 8-1 at worst, 9-0 at best. And in the past, I've said this about schedules, and in reality, we'll be like 6-3, and I'm like, oh, it's not like, or like 5-4, and I'm like, oh, that's really not good. But I really do believe in this team. I think 8-1 at worst is like they come out so focused every week, and it's incredible what they were able to do last year. I have no reason not to be like confident in their focus and how they come out every week and play, and it's going to take a big time game against a big-time team and a big-time performance to beat the Eagles, in my opinion. And I think we have a good shot against every single one of these first 9 teams. So 9-0, 8-1, that's got to be what we say going into the bye week, week 10. Now, we definitely take a deep breath on the bye week because we are coming out against KC. And you know what? I'm going to say we lose that football game. I am. I'm going to say it beat us again. What do
I
you
think
got?
we win. I think we win the game.
He thinks we win the game. He loves an Eagles win, KC.
I think we see him in the Super Bowl again, and that's going to be the quote unquote rubber match.
The big game 3 of the series. Yikes. That would be something, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I just think the Eagles are going to be really,
Fired up.
yeah, really fired up, and it's tough on the road Monday night, but you get the bye week to prepare. I could see them laying a clunker against Buffalo, maybe, but I think they're just going to be that KC game is circled on the schedule, and again with the continuity. It obviously was just a year ago, so a lot of guys would be here in general, but those guys are pissed off. I mean, defense, we lost because of grass, so they're pissed off. So I am too.
So there we go. There we go. We got a win against KC. All
So
right.
you got a loss against KC?
I got a loss against
Okay. So they're 8-2
but I
or
like
9-1.
Yeah, 8-2 or 9-1. I like the pitch though. I like the pitch.
Yeah.
All right. Buffalo at home. I gotta say we're winning that game. See that because I have them losing to KC. I think they come out and they beat Buffalo, and this is the real start of the tough stretch. I mean, you had Dallas before the bye, then you get KC and Buffalo, and this is going to be tough. It's going to be tough, but I think they win against Buffalo. What do you got?
I think Buffalo wins that one.
You got Buffalo at home against the Eagles in Philly. It is what it is.
Yeah, I like Buffalo on that one. I don't know. I think
so. We're flipping those.
I think one of those. Yeah, I think they split those games. So Buffalo, KC.
I could see them splitting the games. I think we beat San Fran. I do.
Oh no, we are gonna. That is circled on our. I'm sure it on theirs, but
it is.
We are gonna blow them off the field again.
Yeah, yep. That's everyone's talking a lot from that team. That how was it? Things would have gone differently if Brock Purdy was healthy. And it's Crimea River, but he got knocked the hell out. So
yeah, Brock Purdy sucks. It doesn't even matter. Like he's not good. Like I don't.
Yeah.
I still don't understand what people were watching. I get the hype, and it's like, dude, this guy can't throw, can't make reads. People are scheming wide open. He's throwing dump passes. You'd be like, this guy's great. It's like, what?
Yeah.
What do you mean he's great?
Yeah, they pretty much could be good with like any decent guy, and like even him. Like they were just playing real good defense, and he's making plays like catching teams off guard. They showed the opponents they weren't really playing the best teams, so it was like teams they were just better than.
Yeah,
but they're a team that can match them on like defense and on offense, move the ball. It's like you got a little more. I mean, they played poorly against Dallas too. Dallas got them down. Dak just stunk. So.
The Cowboys really blew that one.
There. Yeah, their defense balled out, and Dak was just out there throwing picks and doing this, and wasn't a good look. But I got them 2-1 in that little 3-game stretch, so it's not bad. They survived that stretch, so they're either 8-2 or 9-1, depending on the first 9. They beat San Fran, right? So they go to at Dallas, and I got them. I got to give that game to Dallas. I got them losing that game because we don't play well in Dallas, and I always have the split. I never think we're going to sweep them. They've swept us a couple times. I'd love to sweep them, but I got to go with a Dallas Cowboys victory. So that's the third. That's the third or second loss of this season.
So that's going to put you at 10-3. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
10-3 or 11-2.
Yeah, 10-3.
Second or third loss.
Yeah, I think the Dallas games is interesting. I think it's gonna. I mean, I probably have it as a loss, but I think it's gonna depend on where's Dallas at in the season. Are they playing well? Do they need to win? Are they having?
That's what it comes down to for a lot of these games, which is why it's so tough to do this. Like you're just gonna, it's like betting. You're not every game that you expect to go one way in May is not going to go that way because during the season ebbs and flows happen, and you're like, okay, like. What are they going to do? How are they going to be playing? Who's going to be hurt? But right now it's it is what it is. We'll see what happens. We go to Seattle. Another game I want to believe we win, but like I said, it's tough, ebbs and flows, and they're on the road. It's it's going to depend if they beat Dallas the week before. Maybe they let one down. Like you never know. See, all these games are going to be hanging in the balance, and the Eagles got to just win out of the KC, Buffalo, San Fran, Dallas, Seattle stretch right here. There's 5 games. they got to go. You think they got to go 3-2 at least. You know,
You got 3-2, you're good.
3-2, you're in good shape.
Yeah.
And if you can go any better than that, then you're really showing you're a real contender, and that's what you got to do. So,
Yeah. And
you
you're
know,
looking at it from a standings thing, you're dropping, you got some tough AFC games this year, but like, you lose those games, they don't really impact you as much in the standings. So it's good
right,
for, tiebreaker scenarios, things like that.
right, right, right. So then you got the Giants and Arizona, and then the Giants. So I think everybody knows we kind of own the Giants. Christmas Day is going to be a heck of a fun time. And I'm going to try to get to that game as well with the family. Everyone's buzzing about it in the fam. My mom's a Giants fan, so it'll be a lot of fun to go to that Monday Christmas Day game.
Yeah.
I would love that. But yeah,
I'll be there.
are you going to be there?
I have to go home for Christmas. I haven't gone for 3 years.
Beautiful, beautiful.
And I said that before the schedule came out. It's in the group chat. It's in multiple chats.
I remember you saying that. I thought you went home last year for some reason, but you didn't. So
Nah.
So there we go. I mean, you're a little closer now. If we're in Louisiana, so it's you can shoot over, and we got to go. We got to do that. That's going to be fun. It's a fun way to spend Christmas. It's unique. It's different, and it's going to be cold. But bundle up and get ready for a Philadelphia football Eagles win, because I got them winning that game too, as well as the massacre on Christmas Eve that Jonathan Gannon is going to see, and that's a game I might actually just end up like popping into because the prices are so cheap right now. So yeah, I mean, hopefully it doesn't come down to week 18. I hope we have things clinched up. But if we need that win, just like last year, they love doing that, putting us against the Giants like the 2 out of the 3 last games of the season. So
yeah,
it's us and the Giants for the division. Maybe Dallas does have that letdown year and they're just not playing well. Who knows? But I expect Dallas, San Fran, us, the Giants, Seattle. I mean, every top team in the NFC. Maybe but besides the NFC North, Minnesota was good last year, but I think there's some teams coming up in that division. But nonetheless, I think we got a nice 13-4 football team right in front of us. 13.
Yeah, I think 13-4. We do it again, 14-3, and that should get you the 1 seed.
Got to get the 1 seed. It's very crucial for us to get home field. We all know. I'm going to check tickets right after this call, but the Miami Heat Boston Celtics game is on, and that's going to be a fun one. I haven't done a parlay on a game in a while, and it might be one of those.
It might be
a parlay night.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well enjoy it, man. Your team's in it. It's exciting. I'm glad I don't have to watch the Sixers play basketball. So, but I'll pop that game on.
Yeah, and again, I'm not. I don't really care that much. I can't call myself some sort of diehard Miami Heat fan, though I did grow up rooting for them and Dwayne Wade. So, anyone that's still watching, that was my team, and I love them going on runs and being good, but it just doesn't really matter that much because I've seen them win a couple championships, and there's no one really around here to celebrate with. So.
Tough. Really, I can vouch for him. Even before we were good friends in 8th grade, you'd have Heat jerseys on.
Yeah, I was a D Wade guy.
Yeah, D Wade guy.
Big D Wade guy. But it's not really the same since he left. But and then my other favorite player, Tyler Hero's hurt right now. So is he back? Did he come back? I want to see him play in the series. So
no, I don't think.
But no,
he broke his wrist, right?
Yeah, something like that. Everyone loves rooting for Jimmy Butler. I'm sure if you're a Sixers fan and you don't have bad blood against them, which I don't know why anyone would. I'm pretty sure, the Sixers faithful love rooting for some Jimmy B. I know you love rooting for some Jimmy.
I mean, he was my favorite player in 2016 2K, and we were playing in Koreatown. So that was before even the Timberwolves. So big. Now, I watched Jimmy Butler just drop 50 on like the 2015 Sixers. I think he dropped 60. I never even heard of the guy before. And yeah, we were 10-72 that year, but the way he did it, I was like, this guy's ridiculous. It was just so effortless.
Yeah.
And granted, it was a 10-win Sixers team, but I was like, damn, this guy's all, and I just became a huge fan.
Yeah, and now he's on tonight with another chance to go to the finals. He's been already. They lost, so he's trying to prove something as the 8th seed, and it'll be a fun watch.
Hope he can do it.
Yeah, and you're going to be going against the Celtics. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. that's still here. Probably not many people. We appreciate it. However, we got a Super Bowl title to go win. So we got to lock in on football. So I might just watch YouTube highlights of the Eagles the rest of the night and get pumped up for the seasons.
And it's definitely a halftime watch, at least.
Yeah, we'll watch something at halftime. But yeah, hey, we appreciate it. We're going to be at some games this year. It's going to be a good time. So next week, Wednesday, 7 p.m., hopefully we hit that mark. And there's not really much more to talk about unless some crazy moves happen. So watch for Howie to make some moves. But we're on cruise control until, June 1st cuts and training camp and all that stuff. So,
well, we can talk about whatever we want.
Yep, that's kind of going to be the down period. We're going to bring something different, something pretty fresh. So hopefully you guys enjoy, and we'll see you next week.
Fly, Eagles, fly.